Welcome back for another video. Yes, I'm wearing glasses. I know I don't ever wear glasses, but anyways, today we're gonna be working on the Ranger. Gonna get this thing washed. This truck was at Prerunner Paradise, Laser Town, and then we just got back from Clean Desert. So back-to-back weekends, a little over 200 miles joined together over both weekends. So I'm gonna wash this thing, we're gonna tear the front end apart, and we're going to paint it. I ended up pulling the rear end apart and painting the rear housing. I didn't film that, but if you're on the Instagram page, you've seen that. But in this video, we're gonna be just washing the truck, going through the front end. It needs some paint. Definitely did a lot of beam grinding in Barstow because everything's very deep. As you can see, we did a lot of grinding here. We're just going to pretty much go through the whole front end. We're going to paint things, we're going to check heims, we're going to cycle the suspension, just make sure everything's good for this season. It is a new season. I like to start fresh, so that's what we're going to do. Stay tuned, make sure to subscribe, like, share with all your friends. Let's go. Alright, first things first, we're gonna wash the truck. The thing is freaking dirty. If you did not see, we did a flag run for the veterans at the Clean Desert event. We ran a 20-foot flag, 20-foot pole, 8-foot flag. The thing was massive. It actually held on. I was a little worried about that, but it did really good. We'll cut to some footage of that. Alright, we're back. So let's get this thing washed. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna set up the pressure washer and we're gonna wash this thing. This bitch is dirty. Alright, so you saw me tearing the back half apart. I'm doing this because this little area of the truck never really gets any sunlight. So I'm just gonna really look over the lines. I prefer to do this when the truck's like dirty because you can see where fluid's leaking a lot easier than when you spray it all off and then look, because you just spray it off. So the fluid that leaks will actually like make a trail and it's a lot easier to see. So there's a lot of fluid back here. I'm just going to double check things and make sure things are good, and then we'll pressure wash it. And then just once again, after this all pressure wash, we'll go through it again. I got filters back here that I'll probably pull apart, check all my fuel lines, make sure they're not rotted or cracking anywhere, make sure everything's just nice and tight and happy. So these are the two transcoolers that you never see because there's a panel over it. These hoses are really hard to see when the panel's here, so this is a great time to just look at all this. Looks like it's kind of rubbing there, but I don't think that's an issue. Maybe we'll put some hose on it just in case. Here's our fuel filter right there. Not the best spot, but we're going to be pulling that apart, checking the filter in it. Everything looks pretty good though. The fuel line looks like it's cracking at the end here, so we're gonna pull that off and just like check it, make sure it's all good. Worst case is, it'd be really bad actually if this hose right here ripped or busted open, because I have my exhaust that runs right next to it. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. After I got back from Prerunner Paradise Terror Crew, I must have hit a rock and it broke my vent. there was like a brass fitting in there, and it was actually broken when I unloaded the truck and when I got home. So I did a temporary fix. So I'm gonna need to pull that out. I'm gonna look into either just sticking another brass fitting in there, or I'm gonna drill it out and put an AN fitting in there. We'll see. But yeah, it's flung a bunch of grease everywhere, so I need to clean that up. Yeah, just gonna double check all this real quick before I wash it off. Alright, the truck is washed, but it's getting late. I'm gonna call it wraps. I got work tomorrow. We will start stripping the front end tomorrow when there's more light and I have more energy and more coffee. We're going live on YouTube right now. Dixie and I are gonna strip this front end live on YouTube. So this is a new thing I'm trying to go live a little more, show people what's going on, how this stuff works, watch me struggle, watch me learn, try to show the newer, younger kids what really goes on in owning one of these trucks. So right now I'm got it jacked up, got the one tire off the ground, gonna take that off, gonna take this off, this tire, and then start stripping the rest of the suspension off of it. Be a good time. Alright, so tires off. Gonna start pulling the steering. Once the steering's off, we'll probably start taking the hubs apart, start unbolting the shocks, drop the shocks, and then pull the beams off. And I'll probably leave the radius arms up, and then we'll just start prepping stuff, going through hardware, checking the Hinds, checking the hubs, checking the bearings in the hubs, just going through all that stuff. It's pretty much all stripped down. I got the hubs off, got the brakes off, the brake lines off. This side I'm still working on, but the other side it's all torn apart.